It doesn't have that many. You even like the bugtail? It works on this one. Maybe we'll stick with this one a while longer. I don't know. I'm very indecisive. You're not even eating the dongo, but your stomach gets sick every time you look at it. You don't think dongo would be tasty? Bummer. Okay, and where is it weak to ice? I remember it goes through like phases. I've only done this fight once or twice. Okay, so the head's the weak zone, but it's only available for 1 or 2 moves. The rest of the time... Okay, hang on a second. This is not where we should be looking at this. Okay. So, its head is 60, its claws are 20, and then I think this is also claws, are 25. The legs with thread are 43 weak to cutting and not that weak to ice. The things that are weakest to ice are its claws in here twice. I'm confused. Its claws are weak to ice. Its legs with thread are weak to cutting. So we probably want to go for its legs with thread on them when we can. And I believe that forces it to go into its different space, or different states. Its abdomen, when it's cocooned, is quite weak to cutting. So I think basically the name of the game is going for its abdomen when it's blown up, the rest of the time going for the legs with threads. Like I said, I've only done this once or twice, so this will still be some practice for me. Rakna's cool. Rakna is cool. I agree. This is also a fresh... Gosh darn it, I forgot to ramp up the Longsword. Oh well, I was just going to give it Silkbind boost. Holy particle effects in multiplayer hunts, so much going on. Yeah, when we do multiplayer nights, I have people leave their buddies, like their cats and dogs behind, specifically because there's just too much going on with a bunch of buddies and 4 people. It's just too much. I like being able to actually pay a little bit of attention to what the other hunters are doing, and when they're like 4 dogs also just jumping on everything, it's like you can't tell anything what's going on. I forgot to change the spirit. Or no, I didn't. We're good. Like I said, all over the place tonight. Here's the head. Okay. Damage. I forgot to refresh my items. Well, this just got interesting. At least I have the supplies. Missed. I was doing this fight before with switch axe. I was gonna try and get out of that, but I couldn't. Any way to separate the camera L from item bar? Ooh, that feels good. Hitting the foresight on its head like that, or the, yeah, the foresight. There's too many names, dude. Too many names. When you press it, also scrolls through your item bar. I don't think there's a way to separate those, no. That's an interesting question. If you hold, basically if you tap L, it will focus on the monster, whereas if you hold L, that'll be when you're scrolling through the item bar. Alright, and that gets into its cocoon state, which means it's good for us to hit now. Oh no. Rip. Alright, right now its legs are not good damage. Right now its stomach is good damage, and that's it. Stomach and head. Interesting. I've never heard of anyone wanting to turn off the holding down L to scroll through the item bar before. You can, there are some settings in the menus that let you change like what happens with your camera control and other things when you hold down L. Yeah, you can change it where like the joystick still controls the camera when you have L held down instead of using the radial menu, but it might have you turn off the radial menu. And a lot of folks really like the radial. I don't know if that hit. That feels good. Alright. Quick sheath does feel pretty nice with that. Forget about this move. It's just a big broiling furnace around it. Right, okay, it does the spin. So you have to stay away from its legs at first, but then you can go into the legs after that if you want to follow up for more damage. It just had no hit lag. It needs better feedback, man. A potent pheromone sometimes released by temnocerons. I guess the only thing I can really say, Major Guns, is that there is an option that will have it automatically track the monster. I would just say get used to using the right stick for following the monster around, personally. I know it's like probably not what you're used to, but that's my recommendation, is rather than spamming L to keep track of the monster, just get used to using the right stick while you're doing other things. It'll feel a lot better than spamming L to keep the monster in focus, I think. But again, personal preference. Ah! To work on these legs. Whoop. He does a lot of damage to us. I gotta be careful. Hey, Miyabi. Got spoiled coming from Portable Third with no focus at all. Yeah. I think Portable Third was actually the last game to not have that. They added it in 3 Ultimate. Whoa, is the thing okay? Uh-oh. It was nervous, okay? It was just nervous. Don't give Rakna Kadaki crap. It was just nervous, man. Hey, Lassanid. How you doing? You can definitely just get used to, like, you might just have to space out your taps a little bit. Major Guns, you might not be able to kind of spam it super quickly. But I bet either way, you'll get used to the right using the right stick, or you'll get used to the timing for the L taps in this game. But I bet you'll be okay. I bet you'll be just fine. I probably should have used a Sakura Slash to start this mount. I could have done there, but I didn't. Whatever. What is mounting a spider like? Do we get a cool fire move? We do. Nice. Oh, that's the finisher too. Cool. It's neat seeing what they assign different moves, like the light and heavy back and forward and the finisher. It's kind of neat. Like an uglier Nursilla. I don't know how I would rate which one was uglier or more cool looking. I don't know. Alright. Hey, Somnicanth. I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna do this and then dip. Bye. Anxious spider. It was pretty funny. So I was laughing about a minute ago. That feels good. Being able to hit a counter on that head hit zone when it's barely visible. Oh. Don't you dare, Banabra. It tried. It tried to do it. Oh, it's not doing a slam. Whoops. Now it is. Oh. Feels bad, man. Okay, so again, that fires off. Then she's gonna go in a circle, so we go in. And we get it. Feels good. Whoops. I often fat finger that and screw up my spirit combo. It's crazy how much that reduces the end lag on that. Should sharpen. Does that not count? What? That's not an attack hitbox? Okay. That's weird. I could foresight that, but for some reason it wouldn't let me. That move is the move that will get you stuck. That binds you with the spider silk, or at least one of them. I dodged it skillfully. Maybe it just didn't hit. That's true. Fight's cool. Uh-oh. Whew. Whoops. Thought she was gonna do a slam. I got fooled. Super interesting monster. One of the more, like, I don't know, I guess most of the new monsters in this game are interesting. I think that this monster is made more interesting by its bad hit zones. You are forced to interact with its mechanics of, like, I need to destroy these legs and then attack the cocooned up abdomen because the rest of the damage is so bad. I'm not saying that every monster's fight would need, like, bad hit zones to be good, but... Did I say bad monster? I'm not saying that every monster's fight needs bad hit zones, but I think in this case it makes the fight more unique. Is this your first Rakna? No. It's probably like third or fourth. Whoops. It drifts, and that's cool too. Should've done that with red gauge. Do you like Nursilla more or Rakna? They're very different fights to me. Like, Nursilla feels a lot... That feels really dumb. Nursilla feels a lot more like one of the crabs to fight to me, where it's like it's got a bunch of fast swipes and jumps around and kind of moves in a weird way. This thing moves in a weird way and attacks in a weird way, but it's much more projectile and like beam based. It doesn't swipe at you that much. So to me, they just feel super different in terms of actually fighting them, where I have a hard time comparing the two.
This is beans!
Probably due to the 5th gen engines? No, I don't think so. It's like, I mean, obviously, I think if there was a crab in this game, it would feel different to the old crabs, no question about it. But I think like this monster is not as focused around quick movement around. It's not like dashing around and swiping at you. It's like sliding around via its minions and then attacking you with web and its minions and its fire attacks. And so I feel like it's much more of a, I guess, a ranged fight almost, it feels. The monster has a lot more ranged options than most. It still uses its body, but it's kind of like half and half, where you might expect it to be more of like a, it uses projectiles like a small portion of the time or something like that. They're not minions, they're babies? Okay, babies. Get out. Ooh, got out. Feels good, man. I'm not sure how I feel about Quick Sheath. It's clearly good. It clearly makes like you can do that spirit finisher and then immediately just go right into it. Like it makes this move a lot, like that move and its options a lot more readily accessible as part of Longsword's kit, which is interesting. I have like qualms with it from like a balance perspective, I think.
Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee. Does anybody want coffee?
This is Quick Sheath 3. Oh, this is Quick Sheath 2. Whoops. Never mind. On my other set, I had 3. Missed it. Oop. Qualms from a balance perspective describes Longsword in this game pretty well. Yeah, it's like Longsword is already so freaking busted in this game. Even if you're not using Soaring Kick, you're not going for Helmbreaker, this weapon is still busted. It's got so many options, so many counters. They're all strong. Its damage is good even without Soaring Kick. It's like, then you take that and you go, you know, this move that like requires a bit of like prediction and timing and everything, let's make that a lot easier in terms of prediction. Let's just take like half the challenge of this move and just make it a little easier. It's like, it didn't need that either. Oh well. Your 43-minute Acnosam hunt begs to differ. You were doing it with like a level 1 weapon, yeah? Like the initial weapon. That feels cool. And like, it feels good to hit that. It feels really good to hit that. It's gonna use the silk and yeah. Okay, you can get silk bound if you're in front of it when it does that. That's good to know. Oh yeah, I got you, fish kebab. Yeah, if you're not using any of Longsword stuff from 5th gen, then yeah, the base moveset has been, let's say, made less of a priority. There you go, that's the word. That's a good word for it. I don't know about neutered. It still feels like okay, but it doesn't feel like... It does not feel like you'd be keeping up if you didn't use any of the 5th gen stuff. Oh, I hit it on its head. That feels so good. Woo! But I mean, like, then you got that. It's just like I have qualms from a damage perspective, but man, that feels nice. Such mixed emotions. Nope, too early. Don't be so sure, Fish. You saw what happened to Charge Blade after 4 ultimate. I also don't mind that as a damage combo. Going finisher straight into Special Sheath and then back into the Spirit combo again. That feels good because it at least makes Spirit combo competitive. I'll have to compare how Spirit combo does damage-wise when you do that. Let's say you get like 2 of those off or like 1.5 of those off. See how much damage that is. We'll see who's actually like stupid dummy broken. Well, besides bow, a longsword is the next best thing in this game that is stupid dummy broken. Sword and Shield's like a 3rd contender. Maybe great. We were talking about for you Charge Blade specifically, Sparkle Wolfie, because it got nerfed pretty hard the next game. I also like Charge Blade. All right. Even just with Quick Sheath 1 or 2, this still feels pretty fun. I think that having that as an option in your moveset and having it be a quite varied piece of kit where you can sheath real quick and then go into a damaging move or into a move that boosts your spirit gauge or just use it as a way to get out of the way. I think I like it. I think I've been won over. Alright, spikes, huh? Rakna Kadaki spikes. Capture rewards, alright. Don't understand enough about the games to know when things get nerfed. It's okay. Charge Blade has something where... Charge Blade has something where you block an attack and are able to respond with a big, powerful counter attack called an AED or an SAED, which is Super Amped Element Discharge or an Amped Element Discharge. And essentially, in 4 Ultimate, you could do that from like a block or from a counter. And in Generations Ultimate, they made it so most of the time you could not do that from a block or a counter anymore. Oh, there we go. Hey, Mungo. Is there another cat there? Trying to see if my cats are gonna fight each other under the door. What's going on, Lungo? Hey, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't just meow. Come here. Hi. Oh. It's Longo. Hello, Longo. Mwah. Mwah. How do you like living inside? How do you like not being a stray? How do you like being in the spotlight? You're pretty chill. When we first got him, he didn't like head kisses. Now he's getting a little more okay with head kisses. Okay. Oh, good cat. Good cat. Did we get the spikes, though? We did. 3 of them. Nice.